The demand for commercial vehicle lubricants that offer fuel economy potential is twofold. In the medium to long term, the sector is working towards reducing emissions. And if you can improve the fuel economy, no matter how small, it's a step in the right direction. There is a direct link between reducing fuel consumption and emissions, such as carbon dioxide. Shorter term, it's to support commercial vehicle operators and help them manage operating costs to remain competitive. Any small improvement in fuel economy can have a significant impact. For example, when you consider a commercial vehicle in Europe does between 10 to 15,000 kilometers a month, a 1% reduction in fuel costs may make a difference over a year. However, when you consider this for a fleet operator with approximately 100 trucks, the savings start to get significant. There are lots of considerations that go into developing a lubricant that offers fuel economy benefits. At the heart of it, it's all about finding the sweet spot between temperature and shear performance. While a lubricant providing high temperature, high shear performance will offer excellent protection, a lubricant offering low temperature, low shear performance offers better fuel economy potential. And once you have found the sweet spot, it's all about maintaining the performance of the lubricant over time. So an oil with a high viscosity index is important to maintain the thickness of the oil. There are typically three ways to measure the fuel economy potential of lubricants. Firstly, an engine bench test conducting fuel economy tests in a controlled laboratory environment, with sensors directly monitoring output from an engine. Secondly, a chassis dyno test. This encompasses three components replicating real-life driving conditions in urban, semi-urban, and on-highway environments. The World Harmonized Vehicle Cycle chassis dyno test, for example, is one of the most rigorous test cycles in the world and measures emissions leaving a commercial vehicle's exhaust system and fuel economy in a controlled environment. And finally, field trials, testing the performance of the lubricant in the real world. For example, two vehicles undertaking the same route will have their fuel consumption monitored over time. Each vehicle will have a different engine oil. All other parameters are controlled as much as possible. This is where a balanced formulation is key. For example, you can't go all out in the pursuit of fuel economy because at the end of the day, you must protect the engine. Lots of considerations go into developing a good overall lubricant, starting with a good base oil. You then introduce additives and follow a cycle of test, analyze, and improve. The way I look at it is that for a lubricant, you are looking for an oil that follows more of a decathlete rather than sprinter profile. One that has good all-round capability rather than outstanding performance in one aspect. Gaining approvals from commercial vehicle manufacturers or original equipment manufacturers, OEMs as they are often known, is not easy. In some cases, we've spent months, sometimes years, developing a lubricant to present to an OEM. This is usually followed by direct field trials with the manufacturer, which can last up to 2 years before approval is given. Consequently, we realized the importance of working closely with OEMs. And over decades, we have established trustful technical relationships with the leading OEMs around Europe. And because of the trust that we have built with these OEMs, we have the opportunity to collaborate with them on emerging new technologies, where we offer our extensive expertise in lubricant formulations to help create more sustainable solutions for the future. We recently put a number of our lubricants to the test at UTAC, a globally recognized automotive testing and validation organization. Following the World Harmonized Vehicle Cycle chassis dyno test, our tested lubricants achieved impressive results. Firstly, Mobil Delvac Modern 5W30 Extreme Protection achieved up to a 1.3% reduction in fuel consumption and carbon dioxide emissions. Secondly, Mobil Delvac Ultra 5W30 Ultimate Protection V2 realized up to a 1.8% reduction in fuel consumption and CO2 emissions. So what does the future look like? The reality is that while new fuels come online, diesel will remain the main fuel for commercial vehicles in the short to medium term. In fact, Last year, ASEA issued a report that highlighted more than 96% of all trucks in the European Union run on diesel, while less than 0.3% of trucks on EU roads have a zero-emission powertrain. Consequently, as well as supporting the introduction of alternative fuels, it's a case of looking at how we can further improve the performance of diesel-powered trucks. Euro 7, for example, will place increased demands on the lubricant from an engine durability and after-treatment system compatibility perspective. Engine durability is driven by the continual push to extend oil drain intervals, while after-treatment system compatibility may require further reductions in lubricant SAPs, which was also required to support the introduction of diesel particulate filters.